My name is Kenneth Perry. I'm the Microsoft Surface Master Trainer for the Americas, and really happy, to be here with you today. My mission is to practice love and empowerment of people while creating a mindset of action and growth. And my value system is to plant good seeds of love, fidelity, time, respect, and communication. With that being said, I hand it over to Mr. Kenny there, and he can provide you with an introduction.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that, Kenny. So my name is Kenny Twomey. I am the Surface Business Development Specialist here over at Connection. We're going to spend some time for you guys today to talk about some great new devices from Intel, give you some great live demos. We got some great questions that you guys provided, and we'll make sure that we do some Q&A at the end here. So, excited to get into the Core Ultra processors today and all the great things Intel has done for our new devices here. So today we're going to talk about Surface Pro 10, Surface Laptop 6, and all the great things that Intel has to offer. Kenny, I know there's been a lot of confusion out there on what is an AI PC. So if you could give the folks just a little bit of insight as to what Microsoft defines as an AI PC, and then we can go ahead and get into all the great content we have provided here.
All right. Yeah, definitely. And so, thanks for the question. AI PC concept refers to computers that are enhanced with artificial intelligence and capabilities, right? And so allowing them to perform tasks that's typically required human intelligence. And these tasks include understanding the natural language and recognizing patterns and making decisions. And with AI PCs, they're equipped with that hardware and software designed to accelerate AI applications and then provide users with the intelligent or more intelligent and efficient computing experience. So when you look at the Surface Laptop 6 and the Surface Pro 10, they offer those AI capabilities. For one, they have a Copilot key, right? And I'll show you that shortly. And with the Copilot key, you can just instantly get into Copilot quickly. Also, they have the Intel Ultra Core processors, right? That's built into the devices itself, right? Those devices are designed with AI in mind, feature that latest Core Ultra processor that's dedicated NPU units, that the NPU processor that's there for enhanced AI capabilities. And then the third thing is it runs Windows 11 Pro, which Copilot is also integrated into the Windows 11 Pro operating system. So to answer your question, that's an AI PC. And when you think about Surface, it's designed by Microsoft, it's built for business, but it's also inspired by the way teams work. The modern workplace happens with Surface for business. So what I'm going to do is switch and take a look at our first device here, which is the Surface Pro 6. With the Surface Pro 6, we talked about it being designed for business. It's lightweight, it's portable. It has Windows Hello capabilities, so it has cameras where I can actually look into the camera and it can unlock the device itself. Let's go here.
I think you meant to say Pro 10, Kenny. This is the new Surface Pro 10.
What did I say?
Yeah, S6. We show laptops.
Surface Laptop 6. Okay, so the Surface Pro 6. Surface Pro 10. So Surface Pro 10 has that Ultra Core processor, right? Has the Pixel Sense display with the anti-reflective screen, and so you can see like there's no reflection there, and that's this device is strictly built for business to ensure that no matter where you're located, you can use this device, right? It has the integrated kickstand or the type cover, and so you have the type cover that's located right there, allow you to get to work easily. Integrated kickstand, so you can position the device down to 165 degrees, and then also a 15-degree writing angle. You can also, when you look at the integrated kickstand, look at the back of the device here, and I can just change this feed right here. You have the removable SSD door right here, so you can remove that SSD. These are the most repairable devices in the industry right now, so it's easily to gain access to that for data retention for those businesses who require that. Another cool feature with this device is the ability to is the Copilot key that I talked about. And so when I click on that Copilot key, it instantly deploys Copilot right there for you, no problem at all. And so you can click on that button, and there's Copilot. And so with that, let me go ahead and connect this device. All right, cool. So click on the Copilot key. Let's refresh that. All right. So you have the precision, type cover that's located. I mean, the touchpad is located right here. You have a Surface Connect port, and then you also have two Thunderbolt 4 ports to connect to two 4K monitors at 60 hertz. So this device right here is going to allow you to do a lot of cool things and be productive. And like I said, it has that Intel Core processor. When I when you're using this device with Copilot and instantly activating it, you can use Copilot in different ways, right? So when I click on this button here, just click on that button, and I want to ask it a question, I can speak into the device and ask it a question, no problem at all. And so I can say, let's jump into the device. I can ask it a question, say, hey, Copilot, please provide me with a summary of
Kenny, your
Surface
screen.
Pro 10 with 5G. What's that?
If you're showing a device, your screen is currently black.
Certainly. A summary is a brief statement or restatement of main.
There you go.
There you go. And so I can ask it a question and it will come up with the answer for me. Also with this device, because it has that built-in NPU, you can open up the camera and it has a quad core HD camera, a quad HD camera with 114 degree field of view. So when I'm standing here, I can actually put four people, or I have four people next to me in a meeting, and we can jump on a Teams call, the ad hoc Teams call, and all be seen and heard on this particular device. Now, this device right here has that built-in NPU with Windows Studio effects. And with that, what happens is you have features that allow you to be able to be seen and be heard when you're in a meeting or when you're on this particular device. Now, the Surface Pro Laptop 10, the Surface Laptop 6 and the Surface Pro 10 both have this feature with the auto framing and the Windows Studio effects. So when I move around, it's going to ensure that I'm being seen in this particular situation here. We also have features like eye contact blur, and all this is taking place on the device and is powered by the NPU. So you don't need access to the internet in order to use this particular feature. So I can turn the auto framing on, I can turn it off. I have the eye contact feature. Watch my eyes. When I'm looking into the camera, I can turn eye contact feature on, and it appears that I'm looking into the camera, even though that I'm actually looking at myself in the camera, right? And so if I turn that feature off, my eyes instantly drop down. That's kind of freaky there, but it drops up when I'm looking into the camera. Another cool thing is background effects. I know a lot of us are in Teams calls all the time, right? Or whatever platform that you use, and they have this feature called background blur that takes up a lot of resources on the device, right? And so when you use that in the cloud, you have a feature that's built onto the hardware itself using the ultra core processor that allows you to offload these type of features onto the device itself, right? And so that saves a lot of resources on your CPU. So you have standard blur. You also have portrait blur too that offers you that light blur. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, when we talk about the NPU on the Intel Core processors, you also have an AI accelerator boost that's located on here as well. And so when you look at the CPU, what percentage is located at, and the GPU, but here's the NPU right here. So I'm going to split the screen just so you can see what's going on at the same time as I am navigating throughout the Windows Studio effects and using this AI technology that's built on the devices. So also what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try this out here and see if that works for me, is I'm going to add another AI feature, which is live caption. And so it's going to capture my voice, and it's getting it ready for me right now. So you can see there's a jump in the NPU once I activate live caption. And what I'm going to do is change the preference to include microphone audio. And then just waiting for it to do its thing there. So as I'm talking, you can see, that the NPU is at 26%, 27% or so. And if I want to change the, let's see, not responding was closed that.
Well, I saw when you were doing that too. You even had the option to filter profanity. That's great.
Yeah, I can.
You've
Yes, I
never
have
seen
the.
that before.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, that's crazy. I have not seen that. So that's impressive that you have the ability to filter out profanity for anything. If kids are listening, anything like that, depending on the audience.
Exactly. So with this NPU, I have the features turned off right now. NPU drops down to 14%. If I turn auto framing on, eye contact back on, and then background blur, and then that the NPU is going to jump up to 26% or so. So that's pretty cool that it happens that way. So let's try to go back to uh, accessories and accessibilities. Okay, cool. Let's turn that back on. And that's why it's working in the background here. Turn it off. Okay. Minimize that. All right. And so another cool feature here is you have the speakers and the microphones on this particular device. And with the microphones, they're crystal clear, right? You have the dual far field studio microphones. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Microsoft has the quietest room in the world. And we test our audio devices here. So same thing with our microphones and our speakers. And so it's all intentional by design. But when I'm speaking into this device, I can select dictation, and I can walk away from the device and continue to talk. I'm just going to open this up here so you can see what's going on here. All right. So I can, talk into the device with dictation. Hello, my name is Kenneth Perry, the Microsoft Surface Master Trainer for the Americas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out this room here, right? So you can just see the power of the microphones, and it will still continue to dictate what I'm saying here. Now, this device is not connected to my microphone, and so you will not hear, what you're hearing is me speaking, but when you look at what's going on the screen, I'm continuing to talk, and it's continuing to capture what I'm saying. And, that's important when someone doesn't have the ability um, to type, right? And so this is definitely accessibility feature here that allows people to be just as productive. Now, I'm standing in my kitchen right now, and I'm talking, and I'm sure the device is actually capturing what I'm saying. Now, that's important there because, you know, there's just a lot of times where, one of 10 of us have a disability, and everyone has been disabled at some point, whether they had to feed a child or they broke their hand, whatever the case may be. This is a powerful feature right here that shows the power of our microphones and ensuring people are being seen and being heard with their cameras and microphones. Another feature that I would like to showcase here is inking capabilities on this device. And so with Surface devices, you have inking capabilities, pixel flow sense display, and with this pixel flow sense display, it provides you with the ability to have this premium inking ability, right? Now that has 120 hertz, and so I can position this device down to a studio mode, and I can ink on top of it, no problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a math equation. So let's go 8 times 2 plus 7 equals, let's just say 10. I'm going to select it. And let's jump inside here. Then I'm going to select draw, math assistant. And so it provides you with this, premium inking capability here. And so doesn't recognize my 7, thinks it's a 1. So I'm going to put 7. And then I'm going to redo this again. It's like draw, math assistant, verify true or false, solution to the steps. And then it kind of provides you with that information there. And then you can add that over and then show you the steps to that. And so just the premium inking that you get on this device is powerful. Another thing that you can do with this device is the ability to, split the screen and work on multiple things at one time. So I showed you a little bit of that when we were on camera. Uh, so being able to multitask and just get work done in that way. So now what I'm going to do is pivot to one more feature that's on this particular device, which is the voice focus. Now, voice focus is working in the background and is not part of Windows Studio Effects. And what I want to emphasize here is that on this particular device, it's same thing with the Surface Laptop 6. It's not part of this feature is not part of Windows Studio Effects, right? But it uses the CPU on the Intel processor in order to make it happen. So I'm just going to showcase this feature. Now, just think about you're in a coffee shop and you need to um, you're on a call and you need to get work done, right? Now, how can you do so when you have a lot of noise in the background? So what this does is provide you with the ability to uh, be seen once again, right? Because you're being seen, but then also be heard during this call. So I'm going to change. I'm going to turn off the suppression on this particular device here. So I'm going to go here. Let's go to settings. Let's just go to audio. I'm going to turn off noise suppression so you can hear me.
From like a Starbucks or anything, right? This would be perfect for like call centers, anywhere that's super loud, right?
Yeah, airports. Especially airports for those people who are traveling. And this is a great device for those, mobile professionals that need a lightweight portable device that's on the go. But and they're taking meetings in all types of places, right? So this is a great feature for that. So what I'm going to do is play some music in the background, and then I'm going to record myself, and you're going to see the power of this technology that's built on the NPU. Built on this device itself. All right. Using a processor. So you got the noise in the background. You hear that. I'm recording right now, right? And bear with me. I know it's kind of noisy, but I'm just giving this, example of what's taking place right now. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop the music. All right. So now I'm going to play this back so you can actually hear what this sounds like on the flip side. All right, change the microphone here because this is the wrong microphone. All right. All right, let's try this again. So you got the noise in the background. You hear that. I'm recording right now, right? And bear with me. I know it's kind of noisy, but just giving this example of what's taking place right now. All right. So what it did was suppress the noise in the background and allowed me to be able to be heard at that particular time. So that was pretty cool there. So that's the Surface. This is the Surface Pro 10 and just some of the features that's on this particular device. Next one I'm going to show you is the Surface Laptop 6. All right. So the Surface Laptop 6 is another AI PC that's built for business. Also inspired by the way teams work, right? And so one thing that I always like to point out to customers is that, Surface devices are thoughtfully designed. Um, And what I mean by that is, when we design a device, we have this 100,000 square foot lab in Redmond, and we have this human factors lab. And so what we do is we, look to see how humans interact with a device like, with our devices. So the ability to open a device with one finger is huge without, it moving, right? And so I can do that in several different places here. No problem at all. On this side as well.
Kenny, we are at the 10-minute mark. If you're good, we could always show that and just get into the questions. Want to make sure that I can get the people their questions answered. So if you're cool with it, I can start peppering you with some questions and see if we can get these going for you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You could, have them come in right now. Let's make it happen.
Right. So I got one right here. So what are the key advantages of using an AI PC equipped with Intel Core Ultra processors for business applications compared to standard desktop configurations?
Well, I think the first thing it starts with is the ability to use the device in a way that Um, I think longer battery life, right? Longer battery life, power, the ability to use the AI, the ultra core processors with that NPU that's built into it, right? The AI acceleration that's integrated with that boosted with the applications, enhanced performance with the upgrade to the CPU and the GPU, the versatility of the devices as well. um, Advanced security, comes to mind because you have that zero touch architecture with the NFC authentication on, say, like the Surface Pro. And then you also have that Windows Hello that's with an enhanced data protection, improve connectivity, efficiency when it comes to power. Because when you're using like apps like platforms like Microsoft Teams or some of the other competitors, they use a lot of resources, right? And so the ability to use the background blur and the auto framing and the voice focus and on the device provides you with more efficiency, more battery life, right? And so that NPU that NPU is going to save you a lot of time. And then also with Copilot Key, having access to that, quickly to get into your flow to save you a ton of time is huge as well.
Okay, love that. Yeah, we got another one on here. This one is probably an easy one here. So,
Yeah.
how well does Surface devices integrate with other M365 products such as Office 365 and OneDrive?
Well, what's cool is that, Surface is designed by Microsoft, right? And then Microsoft 365 and the Office applications are designed by Microsoft as well. And so they're kind of designed for each other. And the hardware, the Surface, the Windows team and the Surface team, they all work together to, create that premium experience across the board. So it's definitely compatible. And some of the experiences that you get on a Surface device, like the inking capabilities in Word or OneNote or Excel, kind of enhances the abilities of or productivity for those people who are using those devices, especially when you're using like dictation, as you saw in Microsoft Word, and how our speakers and our microphones are able to, or our microphones are able to enhance that experience
Yeah,
clearly.
accessibility is at the forefront of all products.
Accessibility, yes.
Here. So that'll kind of tee up into our next one here. So are third-party accessories compatible with Surface devices? And is there any brands that you recommend or products that you personally recommend?
Yes. So actually, we have a whole website, a plethora of accessories that are compatible uh, with Surface devices. It's called Design for Surface, and so we have monitors, we have keyboards, we have cases. One to name, I think one would be Joy Factory is one of our partners, and then also ViewSonic with the monitors. We also have UAG, UAG cases that they use a lot in certain industries like healthcare, retail, um, manufacturing, and just to name a few.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for accessories based on vertical, Design for Surface is going to be your winner there. So
Yeah.
next one we're getting in here. When it comes to data protection, what privacy features are included within Surface devices? I know we talk about like system on a chip, but if you could give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, so when it comes to data protection, we do have the system on a chip, right? But then we have this thing called we call it Microsoft the zero trust model, right? Where we have chip to cloud security. So they have that multiple layers, starting with the hardware. The hardware with with Windows Hello and the TPM chip, right? That provides you, and the BitLocker technology that provides you that encryption to the firmware. Microsoft, we have our own firmware where we can, protect the device at the firmware level, and with device firmware configuration interface, where it gives the IT professional the ability to, shut off different components on the computer, from the cloud. And so we also have with the operating system with Windows 11, with Windows 11 Pro, you have the Windows Defender. You also have the ability to, pair with Microsoft 365, to add that extra layer of security. Also with virtual base of virtual boot security. So we have, and also to the cloud as well. So we have a multiple layers of security for the devices, for Surface devices, that's going to ensure that your data is being safe, is safe.
Okay, absolutely. We'll go ahead and get into the next one here. So this one, we've seen a lot of this. You kind of answered this throughout, but what are the main advantages of choosing Surface, versus any other kind of OEM in the market? They got a lot of options for flavors, colors, that kind of stuff. So why Surface?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with Surface thoughtfully designed. I think about the build quality and the human factors lab that we have, the ability, that's the Surface being accessible by design. That's at the core of what we do, right? So we design for one, but we extend to many. Think about the versatility and the different form factors that we have, where our devices can convert into like different modes and fit whatever need. And so what I tell customers all the time, it's not a one size fit all situation, right? The IT team's not going to have the same device as the human resources team. The human resources team is not going to have the same device as the sales team. So we have a variety of things that we can offer, right? Or devices that we can offer to our customers. Another thing that I want to point out is that, the integration with Microsoft 365, Windows, and Microsoft Copilot, and all that's created on the Surface. Microsoft Autopilot, Windows Autopilot, the Microsoft Management Portal, like all those things are encompassed in the Microsoft ecosystem to give you that, one vendor that can provide you with the ability to reach your goals and your full potential.
Absolutely, man. And for
Yeah.
for those folks out there listening in, Connection is a great place for us to help you with all of that, from zero touch deployment to making sure that we're getting you the latest in Surface technology. So, we landed the largest Surface deal in history. So if there's anything Connection knows, it's Surface. So,
one thing I want to add to that too, the repairability. Our devices are the most repairable devices in the industry right now.
yeah, and for those folks who are buying those devices, once you hit a point where support is no longer offered to, you can use Connection as an authorized service provider too. So we got you covered on all bases here. We work with this lovely man here on anything Surface, so we can get to know the latest and greatest features and how that's going to benefit you and your customers. So we're looking forward to hearing from you guys and seeing how these features are going to benefit you guys throughout the days, and throughout your workflow. I know we're coming up on time there. So is there anything else that you want to leave us with towards the end here, Kenny? I know you did some great presentations, so we'd love to see if there's any last minute thoughts for everything.
Well, it's when it boils down to it, you want to ensure that you have the right tools to reach your full potential and get your job done, right? And um, an engaged employee goes a long way. And I was one of those people that didn't have the right tools. Uh, you know, a long time ago before Surface came along, and Surface was that tool that made me, uh, you know, uh, excited to be employed by the company that I work for. And so, with that, whatever you vividly imagine, you ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon, will come to pass. So, just thank you, for allowing me to, speak with you today. Go ahead, Kenny.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in today. If you have any extra questions, we'll make sure that we try to answer some of those on the side here. We appreciate everybody's time. We want you to use Connection as your reseller of choice here, because we can help you out with everything, and we work with great folks like Kenny to make sure we get everything done on the back end. So we appreciate you guys' time, and if there's anything else that we can help you out with, by all means, throw some stuff in the comments. We want to hear from you guys and appreciate the time here. Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. We'll look forward to hearing from you guys in the future.
Definitely.